Hey everybody, so what we're going to do today is an ab workout. I do want you to have a mat. We do not need any weights. You can still absolutely track your workout. We're going to start out standing with some standing ab exercises to warm up, get our heart rate going a little bit, and then we're going to take it down to the floor and do floor exercises. So I want you to go ahead, and what you're going to do is arms go out to the side. We're going to squat and come up and then go opposite elbow to knee, alternating sides. When you do this, I want you to sit down into it, and you're not going to let that chin come forward like this when you sit down. If you do that, you notice how the tummy hangs forward and arches like that. So whenever you do, you're activating your abs. If you do the chin retraction and hold that nice straight spine. So make sure that when you're doing any squats or lunges that you are also doing that chin retraction and keeping the abs activated whenever you're sitting down into that squat. Working obliques as we go opposite elbow to knee. And I will teach you my deep breathing technique to help activate the abs as well as the chin retraction. If you haven't heard of that before, it helps to activate your abs as well as pelvic floor when you're doing any exercises at all. Most importantly, when you're doing ab exercises. One more to the other side. Now what I want you to do is we're going to go wide leg, hands down by your knees, and we're going to crunch side to side. So pelvic tilt here helps to activate your lower abdominal muscles. And then on the side, you're working obliques here. Keep that breathing going. Throughout the workout, especially when we're on our back and we're doing any kind of ab exercises, what you want to do is the exhale is going to be going with the effort of the exercise. So like if we have to lift our feet up off the floor and do a reverse crunch, you're going to exhale as you bring those knees towards your chest. If we're going to have our legs up in the air and you're lowering your legs down to the floor, you're going to exhale as you lower your legs down to the floor because it's hard to support your leg. Your abs are doing that work. You need them to contract. All right, let's come up. Now, what I want you to do here, we're just going to do full body range of motion. I want you to cross and step out and do like a little pull in. You can still activate your abs here. A little pull back. Now today I usually don't, just have a sports bra on. I wanted you to be able to see and me show you, what I'm looking for when doing ab work. That way, if I do show you what bulging looks like, you can see that. You can see abs activating and flattening down with the effort of the exercise. One more reach. All right, let's go ahead and take it down to the floor. Lower on your back. We're going to do a reverse crunch. So here, when you're on your back, go ahead and press that low back down to the floor. We're activating low abs, but we're also going to do a chin retraction. So instead of the chin reaching up to the ceiling, push that chin down to the floor, okay? Now your hands can be up like elbows on the floor or down, but I want you to try not to use shoulders rounding forward to help you come up. You're going to take a nice deep breath into the belly. Blow up the belly and start your exhale. Abs go down And we're gonna reverse, lift your booty up off the floor slightly. And if you need to check, so abs stay down, not bulging up like this. If you can see, bulging up, we wanna exhale and lift. You can keep that head down. The other hand can feel what your abs are doing. You can check, lift up off the floor if you need to look. Make sure your abs are not doming up and rounding in the middle. Nice exhale. This is great for the lower abs with this reverse crunch. You can feel too, if you've ever had diastasis recti, you can feel if those muscles are coming together and feel nice and firm when you're doing this exercise, okay? If it's mushy and you feel like you can press down in between the muscles that meet in the center, then you want to modify and just not come up as much. Make sure you're nice and firm when you're doing that. One more. We're gonna release. Anytime you come up, I want you to roll to the side and come up to a seated position, because if you just roll up like this, what happens? We're doming and putting pressure on the abdominal wall. We do not want to keep doing that. So roll to the side and come up. Now, what I'm going to have you do here is we're going to put our hands down on the floor. Your fingertips face your booty. And we're going to lift those legs up off the floor and hold this posture. I want you to bend, extend one leg and bring it in. Exhale as you extend. Make sure that your abs are contracting and supporting you as you extend back. You can keep that exhale going for as long as you can hold it, and then get your breath again. So no holding your breath. If you ever need to, you can actually tap one foot down on the floor and still extend, alternating legs. You can try both if you feel like you have good control over your abdominal muscles. One more on the other leg and release. Allow yourself to come up, get nice and tall, and then we're gonna lower down to the floor and we're gonna go into dead bugs here. So legs and arms are up, chin retraction. This is alternating opposite arm, opposite leg. Nice deep breath into the belly. Exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg, extend, and you bring it in. We are switching sides. You can modify by bending the leg and dropping the heel down. Still looking to see if you're not doming up, like allowing that pooch to push the abdominal wall up. So exhale as you extend that opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep that chin, press it down towards the floor. Helps you with the engagement of your abdominal wall. You will know if you need to modify or pause if your low back starts to ache through any of these exercises. One more, and we're going to release. Lower down. So what I want you to do here is we're going to take our legs straight up You're gonna inhale. We're gonna lift those toes up towards the ceiling, a little bit of a lift, a booty lift up off the floor. Again, you can lift your head up, see what your muscles are doing, and then lower back down. You can also put your hands on your stomach. One more lift. All right, good. Roll to the side and come on up. We're going to come into a plank position, and then we're going to alternate toe taps, okay? So, give you a little bit of time. You'll be in a plank position like this, booty down, shoulder blades back, and then we come back into down dog and take the opposite hand towards the opposite foot. And then back to plank, and then cross and tap. Exhale as your booty goes up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. A nice long exhale. Hold that exhale as long as you can. One more tap. And then I want you to lower down. Whew, have a seat. Giving you a little bit of a breather here. We're gonna go into Russian twist. You can always keep your feet down on the floor with this one, okay? So, want you to bring your hands behind your knees. Adjust your posture here. Get those shoulder blades rounded down and back. Chest is nice and tall. You can release here. Let yourself lean back slightly. Hands are forward, and then we twist side to side. This is working obliques. Again, you can always check to make sure you're nice and firm in that center point. You can lift those heels up off the floor if you feel like you need more of a challenge. Just make sure your posture is nice and tall. And if you feel like your low back is starting to ache, you can lower those feet down. Still twisting side to side. Still doing the work. You can make it more challenging if you feel like you need it. You can alternate those legs on the floor. There's multiple ways you can do this. All right, let's bring it in. Let's release, bend forward, and then we're gonna drop it back down on your back, but we're gonna lift up on our elbows here. We're gonna alternate bicycles. So with this, your back isn't gonna be completely off the floor because you're kind of supporting yourself a little bit. Legs are up, chin retraction, nice and tall. Breathe into the belly. Nice exhale, and we are alternating legs, extending. You should not have much change in your spine, okay? So we should be nice and straight, no lifting, neutral spine here. Should be able to see what your abs are doing. Really, there shouldn't be much change in your abdominal muscles, except whenever you inhale, fill up your belly, and then exhale. Okay, we're gonna lower down. Whew, take a little bit of a breather here. I want you to come all the way down to the floor. We're gonna bring the feet in towards your booty. Hands go down on the side for heel taps, so you don't have to actually touch your heels, but you're gonna go towards your heels. We're gonna lift that head up off the floor. You're gonna go side to side. Again, working obliques here. Keep that breathing going. I don't ever want you to hold your breath. And we're gonna lower. Let your arms go overhead, get a little bit of a stretch, release. Breathe into your tummy there, expand, and just relax. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is also an ab exercise, even though we're going into a bridge. But first, I want you to pelvic tilt. Press your low back to the floor. Chin retraction. Exhale as you lift and push the pelvic bone towards the chest. And then we lower back down, push the low back to the floor again, and push all the way up. You should be able to feel your abdominal wall contract as you're doing this. This is a great ab exercise here, even though we are also working the lower body. You're gonna adjust every time you come down. Push that low back to the floor. Try to hold that position going up. Again, you can feel, if you've had diastasis recti in the past, you can feel where those muscles come together right in that center line. As long as it's nice and tight and firm, you're good to do this exercise. This is a great exercise to help repair. Adjust and push up, tilting the pubic bone towards the chest. You'll really feel across the hips there. You'll feel those muscles engaging as you get all the way up. We're gonna go one more time and then lower down. Now, I want you to bring both legs up, and we're gonna lower one leg at a time. Breathe in, exhale. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. You can go halfway down. The biggest thing here is that you don't feel your back lifting up off the floor. So if you do, you need to modify how far down you're going. Readjust, push that chin back down to the floor. Exhale as you're lowering your legs down towards the floor. If every now and then you need to just check for yourself and see what your abdominal muscles are doing. You want them to stay nice and flat as you extend down. One more and release. Let's come on over to the side. I'm gonna have you all do a side plank. We're gonna bend those knees, put the elbow underneath your shoulder. You're gonna push up and hold. Now, how do you check? So where's my belly button? Make a line from the belly button. It should line up with the center of your chest here. If you're rotated and turned and you see your belly button's more lined up with the right side of your chest, we need to adjust the posture here. You should feel this in the obliques facing the floor, rib cage facing the floor. That's where you should be feeling this. If you're feeling it more in your back, most likely you need to adjust your hip position, okay? Just breathe into the rib cage facing the floor as much as possible. Nice long exhale. And lower the hips down, and we're going to rotate to the other side. Elbow up underneath your shoulders. Knees are in front of you right now, and then you're going to push those hips forward. Push forward, hold, line up, adjust if you need to. My shoulders were turned in a little bit, so I opened my chest up just slightly. Belly button is here, making that line. And then you also don't want to hold your head down like this. So try to keep that neutral spine position, chin retraction, lengthening from the back of the neck. Feel with every exhale, tightening the abdominal wall. You should feel the abs, obliques that are facing the floor doing the work and supporting. You may feel one side stronger than the other. This is my not so strong side, so I'm a little shaky. We're gonna lower down and go ahead and come on up. You guys did an amazing job. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching out. So sit Indian style. We're gonna do a little circle over our knees and coming back around. So bend at the hips and come on up to sitting nice and tall. We're gonna rotate in the other direction now. You'll feel this a little low back, a little oblique stretch as you're coming around, bending at the hips. We're not rounding our back, but you're leading with your chest as you're coming down. And I want you to sit up nice and tall. Let's take our right hand and stretch over. Nice side, rib cage opening. Release, bring that hand down, reach over with your left hand. Legs straight in front. And then I want you to take your hands back, open your chest here. Breathe into your rib cage. Expand the belly here. And then let's go ahead and come on up, reach towards your feet. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, release. You did an amazing job. As always, let me know if you have any questions at all, especially whenever it comes to doing any kind of abdominal workout. I want to make sure that you are feeling it in the right places, that you're not feeling your back take over. Sometimes our hip flexors and our legs try to take over whenever we're moving our legs in the exercise, and that's a lot of times because we're not getting that great activation with the abdominal muscles. So make sure you're practicing that deep breathing technique, breathing down into the belly, nice long inhale, and then exhale through the mouth. When you do that, you can feel your abdominal wall contracting, and you put your fingers there to feel the muscles tighten up, just so you're making that mind-body connection. You guys have a great day.